And we are back. So, last we left off, the crew here has found themselves after the liberation of the captured individuals in Malkuth's fortress, having discovered that one amongst their number was, in fact, the woman they were looking for, as well as a battered soldier of the Iron Battery. You decided to take stock of your inventory. Great, you got to do it. Got to do it sometimes. Just gotta get in there, clean out the old, get in the new. You did as well. Zune at least decided to divert attention from Tristan Varel, being a arcane caster of magic. Distract Khan, the battered soldier seeking treatment, into a possible endeavor. We'll see what happens with this. We don't know. We don't know where that relationship might go, but who knows? Regardless, though, you also, on your way into town, discovered that there was a very hateful old man that decided to hitch ride with you, as well as a few loose threads, one might say. First of all, being that Bors has not been seen in town most of the day. He was seen there that morning, and his second in command, the captain of the guard, is looking for him and can't find him. Secondly, you discovered that Brian was having issues with Morak Bittersnout involving some kind of cave. Not exactly sure what all the details are, but he told you that he would tell you tonight if he swung by the Codfathers. Speaking of the Codfathers, Moog, Broadjaw, inside the Codfathers right now, enjoying a very large ox steak. It is juicy, it is succulent, it is overcooked.
Bare hands.
Because, let's just say, while Weevil is the only source of entertainment and whatnot in this town as of right now, he may not be the best cook as of yet, or at least he has not hired a good one.
Do you need a con check, bruh?
No, you don't need a con check. It is more than likely overdone unless underdone. So
got it.
It might not be as juicy as you were hoping.
Give me the ketchup.
Give me the ketchup.
Yeah. We'll just trump it up.
We'll have the equivalent of ketchup here. Sure, why not? Or
A1.
Isn't that an Asian thing?
What's that?
It was catsup? Isn't that what it originally was called?
I don't know.
Dude, I watched this damn documentary on ketchup. Super random side note. Anyways, yes, I'll say there's the equivalent to ketchup.
Ketchup used to be more genericized term and cover a group of condiments.
Oh, yeah. I just remember watching Henry Hines. It's enough. We're going to a far distant place. Not
and this concludes
whatsoever.
our ketchup history lesson on Emberfell, Whispers from the Stars.
Yes, indeed. So, all right. Anyways,
so I'm chewing on a hunk of meat.
You're chewing on some
overcooked
beef and some catsup. Brian walks into the bar. Mo, you notice him. Obviously, a few of the other patrons in the bar, a couple drunks. Couple regulars, possibly some of the guys that you guys had liberated from the hold of the Sea Hag, the ones that killed people and were branded. Some of them in here spending the remainder of their days in a drunken stupor, trying to forget what they did. But Brian comes in and he sits at the bar, not too far from you, Moog. Kind of sits down and begins ordering a tab be opened, and he's going to be here a while.
And how far off is he?
A few seats from you.
So
looks over and sees you, kind of gives you a nod.
Yeah. So I let's say I've finished my plate, and I'll slide down. How's it going?
Well, it's going, I guess. Give me a persuasion check, Moke.
Yeah.
If you want to get in on this.
All right, this is gonna suck.
Oh. Pretty much all of you are probably
11.
The greatest. 11.
Yeah.
It kind of just it's been It's gonna be a hard day, probably a hard night. Talk to Trist. I might have work for you guys later.
Indeed. And before I walk away, I'll just slide a little gold over to cover his tab.
Huh. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Indeed.
Takes it. Pockets it.
I knew he probably doesn't need it. It's just a kind gesture.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Yeah. If he's hiring us for work, he probably doesn't need it. But you share with your dealer.
Indeed. So you step away from Brian. Are you going back outside, Moog?
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to Trist and let him know that we have a task if we're looking for something to do. So
the five of you meet outside in the kind of town square of Conwich at this point.
How astute is Air Rogar looking now? Does he just stand around looking smart all the time? Like
has his little spectacle out all the time now.
He just keeps it on now. It looks great, and he's mostly still just wearing a loincloth.
Yeah, pretty much. Right now, I don't have any clothes, so yeah. So it's just pretty much strictly loincloth and some furs, per usual. Mm-hmm. And then the ring, and then if he's wanting to look smarter, he might pull out the monocle, the dragon monocle, and put it in his eye, So he might walk up with his hands behind his back. We'll say that. Walk up with his hands behind his back. Yeah, a little pretentious.
Velree's going to perk up and say, "It's come to my attention recently that certain people may not like the way I hunt in public or do some things the way I've always done them. I will take that into consideration. Maybe. Also, I was looking around this town. Thought maybe we could help rebuild it. She said that like she tried to rehearse this, for a long time. Like it was,
Sure.
Not a lot of real feelings coming from it.
That's fair.
That's so generous of you. That's actually a really good idea.
Yes.
We have plenty of money.
Great idea.
Yeah. You two are so thoughtful.
That is.
Do we have enough money to buy Conwich? Could we buy Conwich?
Yes.
Probably.
Let's do it.
Where's your hideout?
The city.
City
I bought.
That we bought.
I actually like this idea.
There's also some troubling news. Boris has not been seen since this morning. He was on his morning patrol. He was said to go back to the house for breakfast. Has not been seen since.
And it's probably 5-ish, 6-ish maybe in the day right now.
Yeah. Right now, you're looking at somewhere in the 4 or 5-ish kind of area.
I was eating
starting to
dinner
get dark.
At 3. Yeah,
starting to.
I was eating dinner at 3.
It's me and Velree saw Brian and Morag having an argument about clearing out some cave. So the nightmares were back.
And that's when I say, well, Brian mentioned he might have some work for us to do, but he wasn't in too good a mood. Seemed to have something heavy on his mind.
How long do you guys think it will take, changing subjects, before the Iron Battery gets here? Because Khan was looking at you pretty intently, Triss, and I don't think he's a complete idiot.
Yeah, hopefully they go towards that fortress first. I know we had at least a day, maybe 2.
Okay, so we have to cure a curse, go take care of that, figure out what happened to Boris, though I think we all know Jade has something to do with that, but I know that's not a popular opinion, so I've said it once and I'm gonna let it die now. Hopefully Boris isn't dead. And then we have to do something with Brian. What is it Brian needs?
Well, hopefully the thing with Brian and Boars, hopefully those are related.
A little hesitant about nightmares in a cave, given our recent encounters with nightmares in caves.
I mean, you are the nightmare in the cave.
That would be the best.
I guess Velree's speech was directed at Mo then about killing things in public.
Reformed nightmare in cave, but okay.
Well, it's been a long day, so we get some drinks. Go talk to Brian.
Okay.
Suggest we hurry. I would like to search
Easy
for
enough.
Boars.
He's inside having drinks. So let's go inside.
Are you guys
pick
going
back up where I
to-
left off?
Are you guys going into the bar, or are you going to go check on Boars? You guys can always split the party. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You can
Never.
do both at the
Never.
same time.
No, not happening. We're doing it one thing and one thing at a time. You know.
Rogar's too smart to split the party now.
Brian did say he's going to be there for a considerable amount of time.
Could we make it to Boars, check on that, and come back in time?
It's about 30 minutes away, right?
Yeah, it's about
House.
30 minutes outside of town. Not very far.
Rogar would want to go talk to. Hey, can he still see Valen in the square?
Yeah. I'll say you're able to spot him. Mm-hmm.
I'd go in and clue Brian in on. We're gonna go check on Boars real quick. Seems he ain't been seen since this morning.
All right.
And we'll be back in time to. We'll talk to you when we get back.
I'll be here all night.
I figured as much.
He's few cups deep at this point.
While Mogi's doing that, he's going to talk to Valen.
Yeah.
And he's going to see if the times match up with what Nazir said.
I didn't realize. I thought he ate in town, but I guess if he went out of his routine, then yeah, I guess he must have ate there. But right now I'm organizing to scour his normal route. Maybe he's outside somewhere, stuck somewhere. I don't know.
Did you already look at his residence?
I haven't checked his house yet. So would you like to check it?
We will do so.
Okay, I'm gonna keep organizing the men here to go search the rest of his normal route outside of town. But I guess just let me know if you need anything.
I suggest we hurry, as Rogar is going to tell the crew
Okay.
that we should perhaps hurry. And yeah, at a fast pace, Rogar is going to be setting towards the farm.
Okay. All right. I'm assuming the rest of you are coming.
Short legs, hopefully not too fast.
All right. The rest of you are moving towards the Boars' estate, his farm. Within about 30 minutes, maybe a little less, with you guys moving at a quick pace. See Boars' farm. Up ahead, you do see. Well, what do you guys see? Why don't you guys give me perception tests?
Oh yeah, I see everything.
I'm in broad daylight, right? So
It's no longer daylight. So
okay, then I have a 14.
Ooh, not good, Moog.
Mo don't know shit.
However, natural.
He
20
did have a
first.
few beers,
Yeah.
He's a little thick right now.
Perception test, Velree, if you'd like to make one. Okay, so 16, yeah. So pretty much everybody except for Moog. Moog's just slightly distracted right now. Maybe it was just he's thinking back on. He's like, man, what
He's
could Brian
picking
want?
tough
I don't
ass
know.
steak out
Yeah,
of his
peeking
teeth,
some of the steak out of his teeth. Like, oh, god damn, it's in there deep. It's like right around one of the
Around
tusks.
that big fang,
you know?
yeah,
Like, oh shit, getting in there. The rest of you, you see that you see a bunch of the ox are roaming outside of their pen. They normally would have been put up by now. But other than that, you don't see anything else amiss. The way you're approaching on the main road, you see the front of the actual ranch kind of style house that you guys have all stayed in every time you're in Conwich. The door is closed. There's smoke coming from the chimney, as if somebody's cooking or something of that sort. You don't have a good view on the front of the barn. The barn's on the other side, so you don't see anything from this angle. But what would you guys like to do?
What does it smell like? Does it just smell like regular just smoke, or does it smell like burnt flesh? What does it smell like?
It smells like
Something good.
regular cooking smoke, maybe. Yeah. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Should we go in quietly?
Yeah.
So
Are you guys sneaking in?
stuffing. Yeah, sneaking.
Stealth.
All right, go ahead and give me stealth rolls. All right, I've got a 19 for Zoom, 14 for Trist, 24 for Velree, my god, a 17 for Rogar, and a 20 for Moog. Everybody pretty damn stealthy, I might say. So, all of you begin to kind of get low, start moving forward. Are we splitting off in any direction, or are we just moving towards the house? Where exactly is the destination?
So as we approach the house, do we want to flank just to cover, or do we want to all stick together?
Like at least surround the house, perhaps.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
Beginning to move around the house.
Yeah.
Who's going towards the front door?
Who's the smallest?
Zune is the smallest.
Yeah, I don't know
By
if that's
far.
a good idea, but so because that's kind of broad open, easy
That's
to be
fine.
seen. Yeah,
I can do that.
it's just recon. It's just recon. Give
Right.
yourself inspiration.
Rogar will go with Zune, and he'll.
A good idea.
Yeah.
But worst case scenario, I can dimension door now, so I can get myself out of a bad
Oh
situation.
yes,
So you don't have to be right next to me.
that's such a great spell.
Okay.
We'll
Rogar
see.
and Zune moving towards the front of the house, creeping silently. The rest of you beginning to fan out around the sides of the house. First things first, Rogar, Zune, you guys get to the front door. Do you try the door?
Do we see anything through the windows? Is that from windows?
There is a nearby window. The shades appear to be drawn.
Okay. Hear anything? Smell anything? Rogar
smell-
has good smells.
You have some intense smelling abilities, Rogar. You smell that there is food. There is not food being cooked right now, like it has been cooked previously. You do hear the whistle of a tea kettle, and the movement of somebody clattering some dishes together.
Okay. Rogar's going to let Zune open the door if it's locked, I guess. Is it locked?
Are you going to try it?
Rogar will try it first.
If you try the door, it appears to be unlocked.
Okay.
All right. Rogar is going to step through first.
Are you still moving quietly?
He's trying to, at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was yours again?
17.
17? Okay. I'm going to... You hear humming in the kitchen. The kitchen is off to your right as you kind of move in. You're in the main living space area. You know this well. You creak open the door just enough to kind of squeeze your bulk through, and you're big guy. So you kind of come up to the side and you look into the kitchen, and you do in fact see Jade in the kitchen. She's humming to herself. It sounds very beautiful, in fact. She's swaying back and forth, and it looks like she's getting some tea together, and she's pouring a large glass of tea. Piping hot.
Nothing else in the room that look suspicious or anything?
Kind of looking around. You don't see anything else.
Does it look like the table is set for a specific number of people? Are the plates, do they look like they've been eaten from recently? Is it like leftovers?
There are no plates on the table. It's been cleaned thoroughly. In fact, this room looks very clean.
Oh no.
Oh, the rest of us are being fanned around. Is there any windows that we can see through, like into bedrooms or anything? Or
You guys glancing into the bedrooms?
I guess I am.
Yeah.
Okay. Velree, looking into the bedrooms. I'll say that you guys, between you three, so Trist, Moog, and Velree, kind of glancing into the side windows, most of them are shuttered. So you can't really see through them. However, you guys had pretty good perception tests, and everybody except for Moog. You don't get the idea that there's anyone in the house. Though Zune and Rogar don't know that.
Once we figure that out, can we go back? Can we head back towards the front door?
Yeah, you guys start heading back towards the front. Now, Zune and Rogar are still in the thick of this as that is happening. So, what are you guys doing next, you two?
Detect thoughts, because that's all I've got right now.
Okay, you glance around the corner. You do detect thoughts on Zune? I mean, on Jade?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. 15 wisdom, she's probably going to smoke me. I'm probably going to have another repeat of that 6-year-old, but that's fine.
All right. At first, you go for surface thoughts. And you hear she's humming. In her head, she's not humming. In her head, she's singing. She's just kind of humming on her lips. And it's beautiful. It's distractingly beautiful, in fact.
I know
The rest of them know that she was a very famous entertainer in Port Dorona. However, as you go to probe deeper, you feel something hot in your head, Zune, and the spell dissipates.
Spooked. Thoroughly spooked. Just gonna, when a cat gets creeped out and just kind of, I don't know. I'm backing up a little bit.
Okay.
Trying to not be too obvious with my discomfort because she's probably gonna notice we're here, but it's great.
Okay, so Zune begins to creep out. Rogar, what are you doing?
Rogar will take his club and he's gonna have it out. He's just gonna have it out.
Okay.
And he's going to stand up from his crouched position. Jade, where is Boris?
Oh, and she almost drops the tea set. She doesn't though. She manages to stabilize before you startle her, scare her. Oh, Rogar, you scared me. Oh,
Insight check.
Okay, make an insight check.
$18.
Okay. You look at her, and she looks genuinely frightened for a moment.
Okay.
Oh, I've not seen Boris since this morning. He stopped by for breakfast. Would you like some tea?
I do not care for tea.
Oh. Okay.
Rogar's never drinking tea in front of Jade ever.
Yes. It's quite delicious. It's one of my special brews.
You have not seen him this morning. Where's Kilks?
She went to town and she hasn't come back yet. Strange.
They have kids too.
They have 3 kids.
Just making sure.
You haven't seen them.
The children. Where are they?
Oh, they must be with Kilks. Usually they're playing around here, but it's been quiet.
Yes. The oxen. or out of the pin.
Oh. We can't have that. Maybe we should put them up.
Stepford wife.
You sure I can't trouble you for some tea?
No, thank you.
Give me a charisma saving throw, Rogar.
Oh, okay.
And Zune.
Thank you, Tris. Yes, I do.
Old shitty 6.
Charisma saving throw. Oh, I have advantage against being charmed if it's a spell.
You can take advantage on this.
Sweet Jesus. So either an 18 or an 18. Jesus.
Okay.
18.
Nice. So you sense that there is some honeyed words being used, Zune. One familiar with the craft would know that Jade has just laced her last sentence with magic as Rogar begins to reach out and take a lone pull of a nearby teacup.
No, I can't react. I can't slap it out of his hand before he
You're
does
not
it.
getting to it. However, you do not do so yourself. You manage to shake your head and it hurts for a moment as Rogar.
I'm going to go ahead and play along and reach out. Is she nearby?
Yes.
I'm going to reach out. It's hot tea, right? Like piping hot.
Yeah, it's hot. Yes.
I'm going to reach out, take it, and throw it in her fucking face. You fucking bitch.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I fucking
Rogar,
knew it.
Rogar takes a big pull as you reach forward and you go, and you toss the boiling hot tea in her face, the stuff that is not poured.
Take it.
She's
it.
gonna
And
make a
then
dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I hope she fails.
She was a dancer. It's a natural 20, Zune.
Shit.
Oh,
okay.
shit.
She was
Zone
a
of
dancer.
truth.
She managed to.
Are we in initiative now?
Oh, Zune, what are you doing?
Zone of truth.
You're gonna pull the damn scroll out? You gotta pull the scroll out, and as you do, we are in fact going to enter into initiative.
Yeah.
So I need everyone
Fine.
to roll me initiative at this point.
17. All right.
All right. 17. Let me just get it. I'm going to do this the easy way. Okay. So I've got out of the 5 of you. All right. Let's see here. It's like Trist at the top. Then Moog. Then Rogar. Then Zune. Oh no, Zune's already up there. Zune's higher than that.
Moog is uncharacteristically paying attention.
Yeah. Rogar's last. Zune is right before Rogar. Okay. So, at the top of the round, technically it would be Trist, Moog, and then Velree. But I'm going to say for the purposes of this, the first round is going to be you guys just getting to the front of the house. So you guys won't get to act in this first round, which means that the first round beginning is actually going to be, you know who. It's not any of you guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jade is going to look towards you, Zune.
All right, come at me.
It's very rude. She's going to open her
I knew
hand
it.
and she's going to blow a puff of powder in your face, Zune. How many hit points do you have?
I should have enough to die. 45.
45. Man, she's going to roll high. Okay. She blows something in your face, Zune, and you begin to get sleepy. However,
No.
you can't be anyway
Yeah.
because you are an elf,
Yes.
so it does nothing. Well, if in that case, oh shit, she would know that.
No, it's too late. She already did
Oh,
it.
yeah, it's
You already
too
did
late,
it, man.
bro. Too
You already
You're
announced
right.
it.
You're right.
She already
You're right.
wasted it.
You're right. That's fine.
She slipped. She wasn't expecting me to throw her tea at her face.
She blows something into your face, and you it gets into your crusts in your eyes for a moment, but you manage to blink away.
Pocket sand.
Which then will bring me to Zoom. It's your turn.
All right. She wants to play with me. We can play. I'll have a bard off. This is great. Let's see.
Emberfell
Everyone's
idle.
fighting.
Everybody cast your votes. Text soon to 77503.
Well, crap. I don't want. I may just have to. I really don't want to do this. Screw it. Bane, because I'm sure we're going to have to get her knocked down and secured before we can even do Scroll of Truth. Or Zone of
Wisdom?
Truth. Let's see. First level Bane. It is a. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. She has charisma through the roof. I hate this. I hate it. Should have known.
What are we doing?
I'm gonna just have to knock her out and hopefully not kill her.
Okay.
Dissonant whispers.
All right. Wisdom save?
Oh, please. It is a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. She got a 15.
That's right at it. She met it, but
That's
that's
the
fine.
Okay. All right. Go and roll damage.
She gets half of 25.
All right. Woo, shit. She suddenly drops to her knees. She looks very, very badly hurt soon. As blood begins to pour out of her eyes and her ears, her nose.
Don't fuck with me.
Why? She
All right.
cowers, Zune.
I like this.
Rogar, it's your turn.
Don't kill her.
Give me a Constitution saving throw, Rogar.
Okay.
Don't kill me, for the love of God.
14.
14. You fail, Rogar.
Damn.
Rogar, as you look over Zune, Rogar goes. And he falls unconscious
That's fine.
on the
This is
ground.
fine. At least he's not trying to kill me. Well, can she attack or?
That's the end of the round.
Oh,
So, the beginning of the next round. Top of the round. Tristan Varel.
Yes.
You make it into the doorway, hearing a commotion.
Yes.
The door, you kind of throw the door open. You see Rogar unconscious on the ground.
Of course.
You see Zune standing over Jade, who's bleeding from the face. Trist, help me! She's gone crazy!
First, he has gone crazy.
Excuse me.
Second,
Looking at Rogar, is he asleep or can I tell he's just unconscious? If I run over to him,
You could tell that he's unconscious.
like 0 hit points.
No.
Okay.
He is what's the word?
Incapacitated.
Incapacitated, but to the point that here's the thing: you're not going to be able to wake him up, is what I'm telling you. He may or may not be poisoned and incapable of being woke up.
great. Some real Sleeping Beauty stuff.
Well, as I run over to Rogar and shake my head, I see he's terrible with magic. Then look to Jade,
Mhm.
and I will pull out my timepiece,
Mhm.
and I will mutter some Elvish, click the button, and she will need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, that is a fail. It's a 3.
She is frozen in time and considered incapacitated.
She's frozen, just stuck in a grimace face, blood still just like slowly dripping out of her mouth. All right. That will
Okay.
then bring us to Moog, who's the next through the door. behind Trist. Moog, you see
Is pretty confused, probably.
more than likely. I'd say you're like, oh,
Oh, Jade is frozen. Trist
Yes.
has his watch out. Rogar's unconscious on the floor, and I don't know
Yes.
why. And Zune
Feels
is there. Yeah,
Mhm.
looking guilty.
hands on his
No.
hips,
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah,
shouting
no.
down magical
superhero
words at her.
superhero style. Yeah.
Mhm.
So Rogar, knowing Zune was in the room first, because that was the plan.
Mhm.
Zune, what's going on here?
Are we allowed to respond?
Sure.
She tried to use magic to persuade us to drink her tea. Rogar.
As she's saying this, Moog has already decided he's moving. How can I get to her with movement?
Oh yeah.
So he's gonna go.
Don't hurt
over.
her.
I would like to make a non-lethal unarmed strike,
Okay.
like a Hollywood karate chop.
Sure.
Right.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's a
With your
D20
10-foot
plus my
reach.
strength.
Yes.
Exactly. D20 plus my strength.
Oh, no.
Hey, that's terrible. That would be a 6. So that's not
Ironically,
right.
that misses. The
But
unarmed
I get
woman.
advantage because she's frozen, right?
No, she's
No,
incapacitated.
It doesn't count. It's not paralyzed.
She's not. Yeah, she's not
Yeah.
paralyzed.
Okay, so incapacitated affects her abilities, doesn't enhance mine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
So you
well,
go to- you go to-
I got a second attack.
You go to karate chop, and as you do, your hand hits
I
the
whiff
side
it.
of the wall. You go, oh, shit.
So we try that again. Will a 19 hit?
A 19 will definitely hit.
All right. I'm going to roll a D4.
No, it's no D4. It's just your
Oh, is it
strength
just
damage.
strength? Oh, okay. So I don't use the strength modifier.
It's just what's
So
your
I
strength
hit
modifier?
With a 16, 3.
3. So 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Moog, the first hand it's your long reach. It's
Yeah.
the bane of you. You hit.
Didn't see
you
the
wrap
didn't
your
see the
knuckle.
wall.
Your,
Yeah.
Exactly. You wrap your knuckles across the wall. You're like, oh,
Like when you
damn
stick
it.
your hand in the ceiling fan putting on
Yeah.
a t-shirt.
And then instead, you just punch her in the face with the other hand. Just go. And as you do, she's rendered unconscious on the
Jesus.
floor.
Oh, and this brought Moog to his knees inside. He's had to smack up his girlfriend, but apparently he trusts Zune more than he does Jade at this
As
point.
As you
bloodthirsty
should not,
Velree rounds the corner, starved, one might say.
Uh-oh.
Smattering of blood all across the floor, across several people. Why don't you give me a Constitution saving throw, Velree?
Damn it. I need a spell that calms her down.
22.
You feel for just a moment, Velree. You feel the hunker begin to set in. You're, and then you
No, Velree, no.
calm yourself down. Part of the door frame kind of breaks under your claws, and then you're able to control yourself from ravaging her right now. All right, and we are out of combat officially.
Someone needs to tie her up. I don't know what's going on with her, but she then tried to throw some sleep something in my face.
There's
Yeah,
rope lying around the house somewhere, right?
What was
Roger's
that?
on the floor.
Oh, rope? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have rope.
Oh, rope is, yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Moog and Velree can tie her up, and me and Zune will tend to our sleepy poison friend down here.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll do
Get her
this.
tied up.
Gag her
Rogar's
and
not waking
incapacitate
up,
her hands.
by the way.
Huh?
Rogar's not waking up.
Great. Well, let's search her and see if she has an antidote on her.
Somebody want to search her?
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
Oh god, it's gonna suck. Do I need to do anything to make sure she's not, literally and metaphorically booby trapped?
Can we do a medicine check to get an idea of what's affecting him?
Yeah, you can. Mm-hmm.
Anybody got better than +1 on medicine?
I have a plus
Oh.
3.
I got a 16.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. So, Trist,
Is it poison? Is it
Trist, you can tell that Rogar has been poisoned. He doesn't look like he's in mortal peril, but it looks like unless you can remove the effect, he will be this way until it dissipates.
Until if it's magical, or is it like?
That would be hard to tell with just a medicine check. Now, if you wanted to try to do something else, that would be different.
I would like to. I'm trying to think of what I can do.
Like, is there,
I'd say you could do detect magic.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I will spend the spell slot to detect magic.
Spell slot? Okay. Yeah, you spend a spell slot and you quickly look him over. The only magical things you see on Rogar are his magic items. He doesn't have any kind of aura about him. He does not appear to be under the effect of a spell. Appears to be natural, whatever she did to him.
Ugh.
I would like to search her then, and gosh, I hope nothing bad happens to me.
Yep. Give me an investigation check.
Yeah. Please work. Please be good. Please don't be crappy. It's okay. 17.
17. And to look her over, first off, Zune, you find a hidden dagger tucked away in a very promiscuous spot, one might say.
Bard.
Yeah,
Yes.
indeed. You also find appear to be several empty vials,
Okay.
as well as several not empty vials, and they're full of some kind of brackish looking liquid.
She's a hag. Oh well, I don't know this. I am going to hand them out to Trist.
Okay.
I imagine we need to show this to Attendant Nazir. I have no idea what this is.
Tristan holds it up, shakes it.
Yeah.
Shakes it.
I was going to suggest we take Rogar to Nazir for sure.
What do we do?
First,
about
we
Jade?
need to. Zune, you need to use that scroll so she can't tell any lies.
Mm.
Yeah. I will pull out that scroll and treat it like a song. Treat it like lyrics.
Okay.
So-
well, she's
Wake her
unconscious
up.
right now.
Right.
You guys
But
gonna wake
later.
her up somehow?
Mm. You know what?
Drag her with
Bucket
it.
of cold water.
Okay. Splash of water across her face. What's
I'm going
happening?
to start doing my lyrics, playing my Zone of Truth. Fun.
Okay. Wisdom save?
Let's find out. Didn't pull it up.
Pretty sure it's a wisdom save. I think.
Please work. 5e. Do, 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 do.
So that probably catches everybody
It does.
in that thing. So none of us can lie.
Well, all of
I
you need to
never lie
make
that.
the same saving
Oh,
throw.
charisma saves.
Charisma saves.
Is it a charisma save?
Yeah.
Charisma. Yep.
So
15
everyone
foot
except
sphere.
for Rogar can go ahead and make me a charisma saving throw.
Mine
Natural
is a
one.
1, but it is a -1, so it's not a rolled one.
Mhm.
It's a non-natural one.
Mine's a
I
natural
know that's
one.
still a fail. but
10.
Just
Mhm.
making clear that it's not
Mhm.
like a fail.
It an 8.
Does this have a negative effect? Do I need to roll the lucky point? Hold on.
Velree.
Don't waste it on this.
Okay.
Unless you have secrets you don't want Zoom to know.
Yes, there's secret. I mean,
know
and you
there's,
you
like-
can always choose to not speak. That is a viable option. As of right now, all of you, with the exception of the unconscious Rogar, are currently unable to tell a lie.
That does include me. Does
That
it, or
includes
no, because I'm casting.
you know what? You're casting it, so I don't think it affects you.
Okay.
I don't think
Well, let me
it
see.
would be weird if it did.
Yeah.
I don't
would you
think it
wanna
does.
tell Someone?
Yeah. No, I think it's everybody but you. But you can tell if people are not under its effect, and you can tell that she is, in fact, under its effect soon.
Good. Got 10 minutes of this.
What are you doing? Let
What
me
did you
go.
do to Boars?
She just looks at you. She goes to speak.
Tell me what you did to Boars.
Looks like she's trying to speak and nothing's coming out.
Does it look like this? Like it's just the spell working because she's trying to lie, or
Possibly.
is it just impossible? All right. This would go a lot smoother for you if you would speak the truth. Tell me now. What
I have
did
to
you
fix
do
my
Boars?
head. It hurts.
Where is he?
What's wrong with your head?
The whispers have gotten louder.
What are they saying?
I have to keep them quiet. I have to do what they tell me to do now.
What did you give?
Okay.
What did you give Rogar?
Just a small poison I picked up from my days in the Lotus. He'll be fine. He'll wear off eventually.
How
Better
soon
than
is
what I
eventually?
had planned for him. For all of you, in fact.
She roofied him.
Mm-hmm. When does it wear off?
An hour.
Where is Boars?
He's in the barn.
Is he alive?
For now.
Where's his family?
In the barn.
When you say for now, what did you have planned?
Let me get perception tests from the four of you.
Ooh.
20.
Okay. All of you, except for Zoom, who's doing the questioning, you guys are kind of drawn, perhaps maybe even beginning to move and look out the window, maybe towards the barn itself. When you see some movement, Zoom. Her hands tied behind her back. You see her shoulders moving subtly.
Oh. So, okay. Yeah, no, we're not going to play this game. I am going to just go ahead and I'm going to use Messenger because that is, let's see, is Messenger. I'm sorry, message. Communication. Oh, crap. Yep, I have to
You whisper it to somebody.
Yeah, I would have to speak it. Suggestion, and I'd have to say things there. Have to be so vocal because I'm a damn bard.
Does come with the gig, I'm pretty sure.
That sucks. So she's moving her shoulder and her hands, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
I am
very
going
subtly.
to. I'm going to stomp her fucking hand flat.
Okay, she's tied. I'm assuming she's tied to like a chair or something. So you kind of walk around, and as you walk around,
I'm gonna push her straight the fuck back. I'm sorry, no. I'm gonna
really?
knock her back. Yeah, no.
Just kind of plant a foot in her chest and push her over.
Yeah.
Ah! And she hits the ground. As she does, Zune, you notice that she is loosening her binds, and her arm is almost free.
I'm going to yell for Moog and Velree to restrain her.
Okay. Easily enough.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Moog, you oblige with that? Yes. Moog runs over and kind of grabs a hold of her. You have to burn! All of you have to burn!
I'm gonna grab her by the face and look her straight in the eye. I'm gonna fucking make you burn with me. All right? What did you have planned?
grabbing her by the face, Zune, you feel that she is scalding hot. Her flesh is warm. The brand on her throat is raised and beginning to glow bright.
Oh, crap. Well, I'm going to try to use Remove Curse just because I've got nothing left right now. So
You try to summon the strength to do so. And as you do, you begin to mutter the words over her. Nothing's going to work. I have to kill all of you. And as you finish it, nothing happens soon. The curse is not broken.
Okay. So. All right. How long does your freezing time last, Trist?
Not very long.
All right, we need to bind and gag her, and we need to do it securely enough to where she can't get out. I don't want her to be able to move her fingers or speak a word. Oh, gosh. And I need someone to go into the barn. I don't want to split up, but I don't want to take her with us, but we kind of have to, but it's going to look really bad.
I'll scout ahead.
If you don't mind.
Okay,
I
Moog.
can
need to
stealth
get force.
and take range. So,
You going out to the barn, Moog?
Yeah, I'm gonna stealth out to the barn.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Drawn and ready, just in case. Terrible.
Bad.
11.
It's fine, Moog. You begin to creep out as low as you can get. It is getting dark out here. It's still very cold outside. Frost beginning to gather on the ground, actually. You move towards the barn, Moog, and you notice the doors open. Cracked open, not fully closed. You get to the edge of the door.
Yeah, so I'm going to approach as cautiously as possible.
Okay.
To the edge of the door. I nudge it just a little to see if it makes a squeaky noise, just to...
It's rather large and heavy.
Yeah.
No.
So I try to ease
Okay.
it open just enough to,
And kind of
clear
look
in. Yeah.
As you look in, you do see that there is something amiss in the barn. As it looks like there are stacks and stacks and stacks of hay and wood kind of gathered in the center.
Uh-oh.
And lying on top of all of the material are the forms of 5 individuals.
So I would return. Again, I'll make another stealth check to stealth back to the house.
We're using your first one, don't worry.
Okay, well, this one's better.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, fine. It's only twice as good. Anyhow, so yeah, I'm not tackling that alone, but I am going to let him know. I'm going to get Zune's attention and let him know what's up with we all have to burn.
Okay. Who's tying her up by chance?
I thought that Velree and Moog were both doing it, and
Well, Moog's
I'm
right
down
left,
to help.
So it's either
Oh,
Velree,
right now.
Trist, or Zoom.
I'm going to be helping.
It's one of you is going to be making a
Me.
check.
Well, who has the highest of what check is it going to be?
It is going to be a dexterity sleight of hand check.
I have +6. Oh, well, would that... Yeah, that would be it. So I imagine I'd be the one doing it. Let's hope that
More than
works out.
likely.
Please don't fail. 23.
Okay.
I'd be really mad if she breaks through that. I'm just putting that out there.
All right.
Very
So,
impressed.
you feel like she's rather secure, Zune. Perhaps something you picked up in your line of work. Knots. Who would have known?
Con will be very happy.
Maybe Con will find out later. As you tie her up rather well, impressively well. As Moog then creeps back, as you see that it looks like she attempts once to try to wiggle herself free like she did before, and to no avail.
Is she still on the floor tied up, or is she
That's wherever you guys put her.
Yeah. What position is she in when I walk in, Zoom?
Why are you asking?
Because if she's able to wiggle out, I'm going to stand on her hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
I needed to know
Nothing
that first. Sorry.
else going on. No, I understand.
Not to question your integrity.
Given the
Mose.
creep's history, yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. No. Yeah,
Is she wearing
gotta
a dress? I mean,
What's she wearing?
What's she smelling? No, if she seems to be capable in any way, I'm going to make sure to physically restrain her along with the rope as I relay to you. The family's out in the barn on a stack of kindling. That's obviously what she's after. Probably been poisoned, just like they did to Rogar.
Who gave you these orders?
Voices.
Who are the voices?
The voices. They've been tormenting me for months.
Anyone do an Arcana check?
Yeah.
You can try.
I mean, Tristan's more concerned with the barn and
Yeah.
Rogar.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tristan's on the verge of telling someone to pick up Rogar and running to the barn.
Yeah. How about you and Velree run to the barn because you have strength, and I'll stay. No, Rogue, Velree and Moog. Velree and Moog, can you collect the very kind family who let us all live and stay here and eat here, Jade, and gave us hospitality, Jade, and bring them back in here?
Yes, indeed. All right.
Thanks.
All right.
So,
And to this lady.
you want a stealth, Velree, or are we just going to go?
I'll roll a stealth check.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know.
Just because?
Yeah. why
Hey,
not?
man,
Just
you
in
don't
case
know where the
someone's
voices
watching,
are
I
coming
guess.
from.
No.
You don't know where the voices are coming from.
23, 12. Okay.
Stealthy as fuck right now.
Yeah.
Trying
You
to go
guys begin to creep over to the barn. You find the 5 members of Borz's family, him himself as well, unconscious on what looks to be a unlit pyre.
So-
A day's rest.
I would, I guess I would climb to the top and begin easing them down to Velree.
Okay. As you begin to
right,
climb it, Moog, you can tell that it is soaked with some kind of
Accelerant.
accelerant, one
Yeah.
might say.
Probably some of that fire crap that you got going around. Whatever that napalm shit is.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll let Velree know that we probably ought to hurry. I imagine I find the families coated as well, yeah?
Yes, they are, from head to toe.
Yeah.
And
so,
Borz's eyes are open. He's like,
yeah. No. And
like
I
looking
I,
around and shit.
Yeah, no,
but he
I
can't move.
Can he see me? I make sure
he can
knows
see
I'm-
you. He's
Okay,
like,
so I
eyes
just-
lock onto you for a
Yeah.
moment.
And I just tell him, we're here to help, Boris. We got it under control. And I start easing him down and, one at a time, whatever you want, however you want to play
You
that.
begin to grab a hold of them. Between you and Velree, you're able to lift them up and carry them. Are you bringing them back to the house?
Yeah, I'd say we need to bring him back to the house. I don't know how long. If it's the same poison, though, and it wears off in an hour, it may be close for Boris to be, coming back around. So maybe he can tell us what's going on a little more too.
Okay. You bring them back in. As you do so, I'll say that enough time is beginning to pass here. That Rogar's going to wake up. The hour's going to pass.
She's no longer in Zone of Truth. All right,
No.
that's fine.
None of you are
And
now.
they're still poisoned or not being able to move.
All of them are not moving. Borz's eyes are wide open,
You can't.
and he's like looking around.
Tristan's gonna have to do his tricks again.
I have to blink once if
Yeah.
what's happening.
Yeah, ritually detect magic on him
Okay.
in this hour that elapsed.
You go to detect magic, and there's no magical effect on them.
Well, we're going back to a cleric.
Yeah, we got. Are we going back to? We're gonna go see attendant Nazir again. Our one-stop shop for everything.
As you guys
crazy.
are speaking, Bors begins to subtly move after about another 10, 20 minutes or so. His fingers begin to move.
Ruger has asked someone what happened in this past hour.
Yes.
He went down.
Oh.
Someone to fill him in.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoever.
She begins to.
Vindication.
He begins to move. Oh. He looks over towards his family.
We'll say too that we cleaned them up. They're no longer covered in accelerant, if that's cool.
Yeah, you try to take some stuff from around the house, try to clean them up as best you can. Oh, thank you, all of you. Thank the God you got here in time. Oh, she dosed us.
She's not well. I mean, obviously, but
yes, I know she's been wasting away. It's just I didn't think it would go this far. And he kind of looks at Trist very skeptically, bearing the same mark on his throat.
He's fine for now. He hasn't started wasting away yet.
Yeah, well.
We got rid of the other thing, so there's just one thing left.
What are we going to do with her?
Since she's not in the right state of mind, and I don't think she would have otherwise done this had she not been severely cursed. We need to confine her somewhere, somehow, maybe with attendant Nazir, and just until we are able to lift the curse, just keep her somewhere where she can't hurt others or herself, and I'm not sure how. Do you have any good ideas? Do you know of any place where we can keep her, or someone can keep an eye on her that's not around children?
Put her in the jail.
Okay, that's great. Gag her, bind her, keep her in there until we go get what we need to get to fix this.
Okay. His family begins to wake up at this point as well. The kids, Kilks, his wife.
Seems she gave him a little extra, huh?
Well, none of you are poisoners, so you're not exactly sure, but it's probably a different type of poison administered.
Were all their eyes open?
No. Only Bors was.
It's cold-blooded. Okay.
Like Bors has started to wear off sooner than the rest.
Maybe.
Or she wanted him to watch.
Or he didn't want to go, Mr. Stark.
Completely. Or perhaps he was paralyzed, we might say, instead of unconscious.
Yeah. Perhaps we should find this recipe, this spell that allowed the removal of curses by of an object. Someone had worked out some sort of ritual in the old town, Conwich. Nazir mentioned it before we left.
Well, let's get everything we can from Nazir so that there's no point in them going after her. Because, I mean, if they're going after everyone else who's aware of this, then she would fall into that category, right? How do we protect her? In a town filled with people with these damn tattoos. How do we... Oh, God. Okay.
And Trist has one.
Yeah, but Trist isn't far gone yet. He'll be okay.
He's mentally sound. I mean,
he always.
He talks to himself at night.
question.
It's okay. on the regular.
That's fine.
That's what it sound though.
Okay.
Okay.
Back to town.
It's getting very late. Like, very late at this point. Bors essentially drags Jade back into town. I know it's not her fault, but it's hard not to take this personal. As he throws her in a cell, essentially.
I suggest you do not feed her. Do not let anyone come see her while we are gone.
She's already looked like she's on death's door, Rogar. I don't know if that's a good idea.
If you take off the gag, there is always a chance she would be able to entice you.
She never did that before, though. Strange. I'll see what we can do. How fast can you guys get this cure whipped up?
We'll figure that out.
As quickly as we
Figure
can.
that out. As quick as we can.
Yeah.
It'll get done when it gets done.
It is what it is.
Night is firmly approaching. You guys are in town now. Are we doing anything else?
Let's stop by.
Okay.
I'm gonna go talk to Brian.
Kristen
Brian,
needs
yeah.
a drink.
How much longer until we're exhausted?
You're getting close,
Okay.
but you guys stop by the Codfathers to talk to Brian. He is deep in his cups at this point. It's getting pretty late, and he is sloshed. Kind of looking around. Weevil's behind the counter. I don't care how good your money is. No more. Done with this shit. He's breaking stuff. Get him the fuck out of here. As he kind of points towards you guys as you come walking through the door. Ah, Weevil. You green bastard. Just fucking put on my tab. It's fine. And he kind of walks over. And it's this point you notice there are 3 unconscious sailors on the floor with various bits of broken furniture. Looks like there may have been a bar fight in your stead. He comes kind of stumbling out. Oh shit! Oh, I need to get some sleep. Oh, you made it! You missed all the fun. Well, I don't think I'm wanted here anymore. You want to? It comes running out the front door. Starts puking all over the outside of the Codfathers. Stands up. Well, I feel better. So, what's new with you guys?
Catch him up on Jade and Bors.
Wow, that seems intense.
Indeed.
Interesting.
That being said, we don't have much time. So, please. what do you need?
Well, I need a crew. Maybe, I don't know, day after tomorrow. No one's going to go with me. Bittersnout won't lend me a ship. I'm going to have to liberate one. So please keep this between us, if you would. There's a lot about me you guys don't know. But needless to say, something from my past has come rearing up. And I aim to end it.
That's good to know.
Nightmares you were talking about earlier. In the caves.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you the whole story right now. Let's just say that
We might.
let's just say that you're not the only one cursed, Trist. As he looks towards you.
Yeah. Well, how do we get into this cursed city, this old city?
The old town. You guys going to the old town? Huh. You just walk there. It's up by the lighthouse.
That's all I needed to know.
Okay. Let's hash out some more of this tomorrow. Just come meet me down by the docks at some point. I'll be doing my normal stuff, unloading ships. Morg won't let me sail, so I'm stuck here. I'm grounded. If you can't find me there, you'll probably find me at the bar. And he begins to saunter off.
Yeah, I'm not getting shanghaied into some crew with him.
As Trist says that. The rest of you. The night air is getting very, very, very cold. There appears to be a storm brewing out at sea. Crashes of thunder. Clouds beginning to bake in. Even in the darkness, you can see that there's a storm coming. Who knows what it might bring in? But that's where we're going to end tonight's episode of Whispers from the Stars.
Is he coming from Moog?
Possibly. Well, everyone, a lot of stuff happened. Didn't expect that encounter to go like that. Could have gone a lot worse. Could have gone a lot better.
That's true.
But all in all, I'd call that a win. Khan's just getting blue balls and in the temple. No one's come to see him. It's fine.
Okay.
I figured we were going to sleep in the temple.
Oh, there you go. Okay, well, there we go.
I thought that's where we were going. And I was like, okay, I'm back.
Come do something in the holy temple. All right, got it.
That's the best place.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go ahead and do favorite moments of the night.
Those aren't Zune's gods.
Yeah, no.
Let's start with Tristan Varel. Favorite moments of the night, sir?
Oof, the racist old man. I was having some banter with Moog, and all of a sudden this old man just got real racist.
He did.
And I felt bad for Moog because I brought him into
it. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. It was good though. Not gonna lie.
Hilarious.
How about Zoom? Favorite moments of the night, Zoom?
It's hard. I don't know. I appreciate how receptive Khan was. I mean, I rolled incredibly well, but still, it's just like, yeah. I'm looking forward to the next session, and I don't know what's going to happen with that. And also Jade, because that's vindication, because I fucking knew she was off. I knew it, and I was right, and that makes me happy. Not that she was off, but that I was right. So, of course. Yeah, vindication helps.
Yeah, indeed. How about Son of Amu, Rogar?
My favorite moment, I guess, was probably confronting Velree on her, predatory practices. Just out in the open in front of all these beleaguered people, running around killing rats and.
She didn't get to. She wanted.
She didn't get to. Thank goodness. Yeah,
it was hungry, Rogar.
I know.
You're lucky she didn't eat Jade. Just gonna throw it out there.
Oh no, I know that would have been rough.
How about Mo Broadjaw, Giant's Bane, Feller of the Conwich Horror, Heir of Boaz.
That's right.
Yeah. 10-foot reach.
Moment of the night.
Baby's arm.
All there. 10-foot reach.
All right.
Oh no, getting. God damn it, Anthony. Being the person finding the family, making sure we got them to safety. Zune's very clever approach to the problem with Jade, and yeah, that was a lot of the best parts.
I was so hoping for some that encounter to go so differently, and it did.
No, we have
Damn
we
it!
have clever people playing.
So
I'm not one of them, but there are clever people here playing.
Yeah, Trist, who reminded me I had a zone of truth.
Indeed. How about Velree? Favorite moments of the night?
I shipped Zune and Khan. I'm here for it. I did enjoy almost like the prospect of eating Jade. I was here for it.
That's
not gonna lie,
super messed up.
I just want to kill her at this point, to be honest.
She taught you Infernal.
I know, but
taught
now
it to you.
It's too far gone.
Betrayal.
Okay?
Too far
Too
gone.
far
gone.
Too far gone. She needs the Draco's
End it all.
mercy. End it all.
Yeah.
Indeed. If I had a favorite moment for the night, it's definitely, I've got to say, probably the very unexpected twist with our lovely soldier Khan. It turns out, he just likes to get down and dirty sometimes. I don't know what it is.
Doesn't?
Don't know what it is. Yeah, exactly. Who doesn't? He's only been out in the woods for who knows how long. Almost eaten by giants. But when you got it, you got it. That's all I can say. But yeah. Awesome sesh, guys. Awesome sesh. Looking forward to the next one. Yeah, we got a lot of threads going, a lot of places this could possibly go. I'm excited to see where it goes. But yeah, thanks for playing, guys. So unfortunately, that's going to be it for the night. That is going to be it for Emberfell, Whispers from the Stars. Thank everybody out there for watching. Do make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't. I do have links down in the description to the lovely Velree's TikTok, as well as Moog, Dan Decker's Twitter, and some other things like that. So if you guys want to check those out, feel free, and we will see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.